RF and Microwave Engineering. Welcome you all to this course. This is a very short introductory lecture that covers only 3 topics: the syllabus for this course, a brief introduction to the RF and microwave band and beyond that, and a few applications of microwave band. This course is designed in such a way that any student having a basic school level knowledge in electromagnetism can conceive the concept starting from basic properties and characteristics of electromagnetic wave. Therefore, before diving into the detailed syllabus, a couple of lectures will be delivered on Maxwell equations, EM wave propagations, and on many such basic things that will make the course independent from having any prior knowledge. Typically, the radio frequencies range from very high frequency, that is 30 to 300 MHz, to ultra high frequency, that is 300 to 3000 MHz, while the term microwave reserves the frequency range from 3 to 300 GHz. The wavelength corresponds to 3 GHz is 10 cm long, whereas that for 300 GHz is only 1 mm. Sometimes the waves having wavelength of the order of millimeter are therefore referred as millimeter wave. The microwave band is further divided into several sub-bands as shown here. Each of these bands is dedicated for different sets of applications. For example, the L band designated by the IEEE is reserved to use for terrestrial communication, satellite navigation, aircraft surveillance, etc. The S band is used by airport surveillance radar, air traffic control, weather radar, surface ship radar, and some communication satellites, especially those used by NASA to communicate with the space shuttle and the International Space Station. The C band is fully dedicated to use in satellite communication. The X band is used for radar application, weather monitoring, air traffic control, etc. Similarly, the other bands also have their dedicated applications. Beyond the microwave, we gradually enter into the optical frequency domain. This chart includes the entire range of electromagnetic spectrum. I have included this just to mention that the ultraviolet, X-ray and gamma rays appear beyond the range of visible light. Although the range of applications of RF and microwaves are well known to us, starting from cellular phones to right our kitchen, let's brief a few technical ones. For a given electrical size, the gain of an antenna gets increased by increasing frequency. Therefore, the microwave has direct impact in designing high gain antennas. Larger frequency means more bandwidth, hence higher speed. I have mentioned earlier that the L band and C band are used for terrestrial communication. It is possible because the microwave frequencies do not reflect back from the ionosphere as the low radio frequency does. The wavelengths for microwave frequencies are so small that molecular or nuclear resonances take place at that frequencies. Thereby, a large number of scientific, medical and common tasks are made possible. But these properties also enables a few biological side effects because the organic molecules may get engaged in such resonances under the influence of microwave signals, which may increase the cancerous tendency of human body. Therefore, I would advise you not to be exposed for a long time under the RF or cellular frequencies. But Be double, triple or 10 times careful or even more than that when you are dealing with the microwave signals.